Hello everybody. Today I want to break down one of the biggest mysteries in HAZBIN Hotel Season 2. The deal between Rosie and Alastor. We actually get several clues across the season, however they're scattered, subtle, and easy to miss, unless you're paying extremely close attention. So in this video, I want to walk through all the information we do have, and explain why I think the best interpretation is that Rosie's deal with Alastor was to overthrow Lucifer. To start, let's lay out the few facts we do know. Number 1. It's stated in Season 2 that Rosie owns Alastor's soul, and the contract is still active at the start of the season. Number 2. We're told that the deal had Alastor becoming the most powerful sinner in all of hell. But Rosie owns his soul until he does something. However, we, the audience, never get told what that thing is. The show keeps it intentionally vague. Next, in the season finale, there is an extremely strange moment. Alastor uses the favor that Charlie owes him from the end of Season 1 to force her to publicly state that Vox is the most powerful sinner in all of hell. Then, Vox hits a 100% approval rating from hell, and all of a sudden, Alastor's deal is broken. The chains break, and he gets his soul back. Then, later during the song Hear My Hope, Rosie reacts as if she's been tricked, and calls him a double-dealing manipulator. That tells us that whatever happened wasn't what she intended when she made the deal. That brings us to the next important detail. It is established in the same episode that soul deals function on the literal wording, not the intention. The demonstration of this is Alastor's deal with Vox. There is a condition that Vox is not to lay his hands on Charlie Morningstar. Now, in Vox's head, the intention behind that was obviously to prevent him from harming her. However, the literal phrasing means that the moment he physically touches her, the contract is broken. The wording is everything. So if we apply that rule to Rosie's deal with Alastor, the broken deal obviously comes from the same source, the wording she used. She expected one result, but Alastor fulfilled a different interpretation, one that still technically matched the literal text. This is where my theory comes in. The key observation is that the chains do not fall off immediately when Charlie calls Vox the most powerful sinner. That moment alone isn't enough. They only break when Vox's approval hits 100%, meaning Vox has completely overtaken Lucifer's influence in terms of public power and support, essentially overthrowing hell. So whatever the condition was, it seems directly tied to the ruler of hell. That means the requirement was not Alastor must become the strongest, because he already did that, and it was not someone other than Alastor must become the strongest, because the chains didn't break when Charlie simply said it. Also, that wouldn't make any sense, as why would Rosie want that? The requirement appears to be connected to displacing Lucifer as the ruler. And if Rosie's plan was to overthrow Lucifer, then it lines up. My theory is that the original contract said something along the lines of, "Help me overthrow Lucifer as the ruler of hell." That phrasing would explain everything. Rosie's intention was that she would become the new ruler after Lucifer. The show has already established that the intention does not matter, only the literal phrasing. "Help me overthrow Lucifer" does not specify who becomes ruler once Lucifer is removed. So in this moment in Season 2, Episode 4,
calling me her pet. I'm not your pet, you lousy. I'll show her. Oh, she'll see. Think, come on, Alastor. Come on. There must be a way. Oh, that's clever. I can fix my own problems.
Alastor figured out a different path. He didn't have to install Rosie as the new leader. And the new leader didn't need to remain a leader, they just needed to be in power for any time at all. All he had to do was cause or contribute to Lucifer losing his status as top authority. Vox achieving 100% approval does that. If Hell Society now recognizes Vox as the leader, helping them take over heaven, then the condition of the deal is fulfilled. Contract complete. This also explains Rosie's anger. She realizes Alastor achieved the literal requirement of the deal in a way she did not want. He did technically hold up his end of the deal, just not how she wanted, and her calling him a double-dealing manipulator fits perfectly with someone who just exploited a loophole in the wording of the deal. The timing supports this too. If it had been something unrelated to Vox's status, the chains would have snapped at a different point, but they wait until Vox's approval rating is 100%, because that moment redefines the hierarchy of hell, if only for a very short time. Since Vox now stands above Lucifer in authority, then the ruler of hell has effectively been replaced, whether officially or not, and in my book, that counts. So when you look at every detail, Rosie owning Alastor's soul, the unclear condition he must meet, the rule about literal wording, the timing of the chains breaking, and Rosie's anger, it all points towards one conclusion. Alastor's deal with Rosie required him to help her overthrow Lucifer. But because she didn't specify who would take Lucifer's place, Alastor used Vox as a tool to complete the deal without giving Rosie any of the power she wanted. So, yeah guys, that's the full breakdown of my theory and what the deal between Rosie and Alastor really was in HAZBIN Hotel. If you disagree, feel free to yell at me in the comments because that's free points for the algorithm. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.